Make sense? Let's get into it. Technology is rapidly changing the way we live our lives. From communications, to means of exchange, to artificial intelligence. Everything we know is changing, and it's changing fast. As your guide in the new digital economy, it's my intention to break down what's going on here, close to home, and around the world. This week, I'm discussing Bitcoin, a global singular monetary protocol designed to change the way we think about money and investing. This digital technology has recently captured headlines, mostly in a negative narrative, and once again, the focus is on volatility, regulatory approval, and the perception of never reaching mass adoption and practical use cases. In the investment community, my professional community, Bitcoin for the most part continues to be a dirty word, and for a small group of individuals who understand the technology, view Bitcoin as inevitable. If you ask me, I believe the consumer will determine if and what cryptocurrency will thrive, and the fate of Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency will not come down to a few opinions. For years, many of Wall Street have thought of cryptocurrency as a fringe asset class. Yet a recent study from Fidelity Investments found that more than half of institutional investors in Asia, Europe, and the US currently invest in digital assets. Last year, we witnessed publicly traded companies like Tesla, MicroStrategy, Coinbase, and Square buy and hold billions of dollars in cryptocurrency on their own balance sheet. Again, happening all in 2021, regulatory approval in Canada provided Fidelity Investments, Purpose Investments, Evolve, CI, and 3iQ coin shares the green light to go ahead and launch financial products backed by cryptocurrency so that Canadian investors could purchase Bitcoin and Ethereum in their RSP and TFSA accounts. Countries like El Salvador even made Bitcoin a legal tender alongside the US dollar and is currently building a Bitcoin city to further adopt the technology. How will they power the mining process? By volcanoes. It's absolutely incredible what they're coming up with. Certainly institutional involvement is a good sign for the crypto market, but what exactly is the appeal in cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin, and why should we even care? Is it a medium of exchange designed to digitize money, a technology built to complement our existing financial infrastructure, or is it a creation designed to completely conquer and operate free of any central control or the oversight of banks or governments? To fully appreciate Bitcoin, you first need to understand the software. Bitcoin is a singular monetary protocol with peer-to-peer software and cryptography. The software is open source, meaning that anyone can view, use, or contribute to the code for free. Many companies and organizations work to improve the software, including MIT. The internet itself is also a protocol called TCP/IP. Take, for example, this video I uploaded to the server somewhere in the world, likely a server in Canada. No matter where you are, if you have an internet connection, theoretically you could watch this video. The same can be said about email. Once you press the send button, your message is instantly delivered to the receiving party on the other side, regardless of where the person is situated. Besides the cost of shelter, electricity, and the internet connection, which you're already paying for, the cost to send that email was nearly free, secure, and instantaneous. Bitcoin was created as a way for people, countries, and companies to send money over the internet with low fees, secure, and instantaneously. The digital currency was intended to provide an alternative payment system that would operate free of central control but otherwise be used just like traditional currencies. The creation of the internet has been a win for society, and the world seems closer today because of it. But let's not forget, the internet does include less democratic characteristics. For example, a country may decide to restrict access to the internet for its citizens. While some countries have moderate internet censorship, other countries go as far as limit the access of information, such as news, and suppress and silence discussion among citizens. Internet censorship also occurs in response to or in anticipation of events, such as elections, protests, and riots. In this example, the internet was accessible by everyone with an internet connection, but accessible with possible restrictions deemed by a government. Google, the world's most popular search engine, is another example. Google's search algorithm, a closed-source platform designed to enhance user experience by tailoring search requirements, is influenced by past inquiries. Closed source means only Google can pop open the hood and access the data while making or suggesting upgrades. People who use Google are provided with biased and selective information based on what the algorithm thinks you want to see. That's why if I search for a vacation destination, my search results will be different than yours. Having one company censor and control that much data, specifically one that is publicly traded and is financially motivated, seems questionable. What could go wrong, right? When it comes to the money supply, fiat currency that is not backed by any assets such as gold or other securities, but rather based on the word of the country, the money supply can be adjustable. A concerning statistic from the Federal Reserve shows that since January 2020, the US has printed nearly 80% of all US dollars in existence. To understand the magnitude of the Federal Reserve ability to print more money in circulation, we need to go back 22 months ago. At the start of 2020, there was $4 trillion in circulation. By October 2021, the numbers climbed to $20 trillion in circulation. If a government prints money faster than the growth of real output, it reduces the value of money, and this invariably causes inflation. Governments often resort to printing money when they cannot finance their borrowing by selling bonds. This hyperinflation can be extremely damaging to an economy. At this point, you're starting to see some cracks in the system. The singular protocol of the internet can experience censorship, data can be biased and controlled by one entity, currencies can be debased by manipulating the money supply, and corruptive behaviors can occur when too much power is given to one entity. As for Bitcoin, it is incorruptible and cannot be manipulated in any way. Yet what truly makes the digital currency even more attractive is the untapped market that could be realized for mass adoption purposes. There are over 2.5 billion people in the world that are unbanked, yet 91% of the people on this planet have a smartphone. With the buying momentum already in motion by retail clients, institutional investors, companies, and countries, providing decentralized financial products to this untapped market is an opportunity. To go one step further with this untapped market, Elon Musk and his company Starlink is working to provide everyone on the planet access to high-speed internet using advanced satellites in a low-orbit approach. It's difficult to say if Elon Musk is doing this for the sake of cryptocurrency, but low-orbiting satellites providing internet access to the entire world is certainly a complement to the advancement of this digital monetary technology. From an investment perspective, Matthew McDermott, Goldman Sachs' global head of digital assets, believes Bitcoin is now considered an investable asset. And I believe he's right. Bitcoin has an attractive investing feature, including a limited supply combined with the potential of unlimited global demand. There will never be more than 21 million Bitcoin. This limit, known as the hard cap, is encoded in Bitcoin's source code and enforced by the nodes in the network. Bitcoin's hard cap is central to its value proposition, both as a currency and as an investment. Very different compared to the fiat currencies and even stocks where the supply side can be manipulated. If Bitcoin is going to be adopted by the world and compete with Visa and MasterCards and any other payment solutions, the ability to process transactions quickly is going to be a considerable factor. Scalability is a significant barrier that restricts the widespread adoption of cryptocurrencies. If scaled properly, a blockchain network could handle billions of dollars in transactions per second. In the case of Bitcoin, the Lightning Network allows off-chain settlement transactions for instant micropayments with ultra-low fees, so the day of buying a coffee with Bitcoin might not be as far as you think. And even if you could buy coffee with Bitcoin, you might not want to because you'd rather participate in the asset appreciation instead. Remember what Michael Saylor, the CEO of MicroStrategy, once said, Bitcoin is going up forever. That's speculation, of course, but you know what I mean. Personally, my thoughts on Bitcoin: don't pay too much attention to the volatility, and instead do your own research. This video is a great start, and if you're thinking about investing in Bitcoin, continue to do your research. But you need to understand the risks involved before you purchase crypto or Bitcoin or any other investment. Never let fear or greed drive your investment decisions. Don't be afraid to admit sometimes you just don't know enough about what it is you're trying to invest in. That's the bad news. The good news is that information is out there. Get online and use one of the most powerful tools that humanity has ever had, the internet, and get the information. The information is what should influence your decisions when you're choosing where to invest your hard-earned money. It also doesn't hurt if you're investing in something you're passionate about. My name is Michael Zagari, and if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to this channel. I'm extremely passionate about the future of our economy, and I've got more videos lined up. I'll see you in the next one.